Hello everyone. Welcome to the session. Yeah, welcome to the session. Glad people are joining in. It's great to have all of you here. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful session. So yeah, um, we'll start in just a few. Okay, yeah, yes. I'll hand it over to Astracode to start from there. If you're ready.
Yes, thank you very much, Osborne. Welcome everyone. It's great to see you joining in. Feel free to drop where you're tuning in from in the chat box or in the comment section so that you could see and get to interact with you. We're really glad that you could make your time to join the session, and we're excited to have you here and to learn together with you. So just drop in the chat where you're from and what you're excited about for today's session.
Yeah, so we have someone here saying we start with a prayer. I think, now, yeah, lead us with a prayer, um, Esther, if you don't mind.
As we wait for the others to join, if you had a friend who was interested in the session and had signed up, kindly remind them to join so that we could start together. Once again, welcome to the session. We are really excited to have you here. I can see in the chat box, Mundia is saying code to cash, excited about the cash part. I am too. I'm really excited about the cash part. I can't wait to learn how to
Excited
make
about
money
the
from
cash part.
what I love to
I
do
am
further.
too. I'm really excited about the cash part. I can't.
All right, I also see, yes, Mar asking when we are starting. We're starting in the next minute, so please don't worry about that. We are getting started almost immediately. I can see Brittany. Thank you for joining from Rongai. I'm excited to learn more about building sustainable ventures. Welcome, Brittany. We hope that you learn so much more than you even expect. So you can keep dropping your comments in the chat box or in the comment section, and we'll be able to give you a shout out. And if you have any questions within the session, you'll also be allowed to ask them right there in the comment section. So it's finally 8:10. and we will be beginning our session. Once again, thank you for making time to join the session. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate you taking your time to join this and to take part in this together with us. As the organizing team, we're really excited to have you here. I can see Joyce is also excited. Welcome to the session, and we're glad that you could join us. So, a quick introduction. My name is Esther Oyo. I'm the founder of Astra Code Community, and I'll be a moderator for the first part of today's session. Tonight is a special one. We're bringing together three incredible communities. That is the Astra Code community, the Chiromo Forge, and the Powerland Project community student ambassadors, all in one space. Builders, creators, learners, and dreamers from across the region are showing up with energy and intention, and we are very, very excited to have you here. Before we dive in, I'd like to share a little about Astra Code community, which I represent. Our tagline is every major one code because we believe tech isn't just for computer science students, it's for everyone. We're building a space where every student from any campus in any course can come together to explore, learn, and grow in tech as a community. We're only 1 week old, by the way, but the energy has been incredible, and we're excited to be partnering with Chiromo Forge for our very first event. Also, if you'd like to find out more about us to join the Astra Code community, you can follow us on Instagram at AstraCodeKE. Our theme for the night is from hype to viable ventures, and we're going beyond buzzwords and diving into how real products, real ideas, and real businesses get built. I saw someone mention that they're really excited about the cash part. Honestly, I am too, and I can't wait to see what the guest speaker has to say today. We're joined by someone who lives this every day, and that's Caleb Jephunneh. Before we begin, a few ground rules. This is a safe space, so no question is too basic. If you have any question, feel free to ask it in the chat or in the comment section and you'll be answered. Also, please use the chat actively, ask questions, hype each other up, and make the room feel alive. With that, it's my pleasure to hand it over to the visionary behind Chiromo Forge, Osborne, who will introduce our guest speaker. Osborne, take it over.
Thank you so much, Esther, for the amazing introduction. Thank you everyone for joining. You can see a number of people from different campuses and different communities joining us. So it's really good to see that people, people across, not only people that we know, but everyone else, everyone is interested in listening in and learning about, as was it Gadai Mundia saying the code to cash part, that they're excited about that one. So yeah, I'm also excited to learn as well. Um, yeah, so I would just say that I'll start with introducing the community partners on board that made this possible. Myself, I'm Osborne Nyakaru, the original visionary behind Chiromo Forge, with the tagline Building the Builder. So we are a community of hackathon builders collaborating to turn projects into successful ventures. We don't just build code, we build companies. Through weekly mentorship and live build sessions, we help you create stronger submissions for hackathons and provide the support you need to launch your idea into the real world. So our goal is to stop the great waste of brilliant ideas that die after the demo. That's the first community. We have the Powerland Project Campus Ambassadors, um, empowering African tech talent. So this event is brought to you by Powerland Project Campus Ambassadors. There is Martha Ngendo, there is Esther herself and her community as well, Esther Oyo, and myself as campus ambassadors from Chuka University and Kenyatta University. So it's great to have this one as part of our community engagement initiative, bridging the gap connecting students to high impact opportunities and ensuring that the next generation of African developers access mentorship and networks that they need to thrive. And as Esther has introduced her community, Astro Code community, with, with a mission of creating a space for students from all disciplines to explore tech, innovate, and create real impact within their fields. So it's amazing to see that us ourselves and our communities are collaborating to bring together people to help us learn, grow, and become and aspire to become better in our specific areas, right? So it's really good to see that. Um, yeah, so we can, yeah, just continue sending your messages, where you're from. Um, yeah, I can see there's Tracy from KU. Yeah, so a friend of Esther. So it's good to see people from around your community. Then there is Martin, happy to learn and possibly earn more possession. Really excited to be here, Martin. Then you have Francis from Kigumo Technical and Vocational. So happy to be here. We are so happy and glad that you're here with us. Thank you for joining. Um, there's also a friend and also a Powerland Project Campus Ambassador, Terian Wanjiru. Thank you for joining the session. Please do share the link with the rest of your friends and everyone else and encourage them to join the session as early as now so that they don't miss the fun part, especially the code to cash one. Um, yeah, so back to talking. So I'd like to introduce our speaker for the day. First of all, welcome everyone to Chiromo Forge 4.0. I'll be your guide today, and tonight is special actually because we're talking about from hype to viable ventures with Caleb Jephunneh. The ground rules have been set, and now I would want to say that I'd want to introduce him, but he'll say more about what he's achieved. Caleb Jephunneh is a global AI speaker. He's won 39 hackathons so far. Maybe he's won more um, at this time. Maybe he has more. He'll confirm that. Also, he is the founder of Brick Labs, and which is Therabot is under Brick Labs AI. He'll explain more, which deals with mental wellness and yeah, mental wellness and health. Yeah, so he'll explain more. Now I'll hand it over to the visionary. I would say I'll hand it over to Caleb to speak more, introduce himself, and now engage with us um, in the topic of discussion of today. So the fun part is about to start. Yeah, so welcome, Caleb.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. My name is Caleb Jephunneh, and I happen to be, I guess I'm the youngest here. I happen to be a techpreneur, currently running a company called Bricklabs AI. At Bricklabs AI, we do everything tech. So we invest in startups, we build startups, we do a lot of things with tech. And I'm so honored to be here. I have gone to 66 hackathons and I have won, I guess, 40 or 41 of them. I even don't remember honestly, but I've won somewhere there 39, 40, 41. And I started all these when I was a first year. My first weekend of school, I attended a hackathon. And then from there, I always went to hackathons always. So this was somewhere around the third week of January 2021. I joined first year and then dropped out of school because uh, money was, hackathons and competitions and money was a bit sweet at that time. So I decided to drop out of school and focus on startups and hackathons and every other thing. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Well, I just won the youngest CEO of the Year awards today, and our startup got ranked the fastest growing startup in Africa. So, well, I think I dropped out for the best reasons. Anyway, so today we are going to talk about the future of AI in Africa. I think you guys all have had projects, have had hackathons. You guys have had all these beautiful, 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 beautiful things about tech, about entrepreneurship, about AI, and every other thing. But now let's put them all together and actually decide and actually see what is actually the future of AI in Africa. And actually, we're also going to talk about turning code into cash and actually building AI homegrown solutions. Just not building projects that stay in our laptops, but then also like building the projects that we'd actually want people to actually use. And so, um, I want this to be a conversation because we're just like not going to be looking at slides and then just listening for 40 minutes or 20 minutes or 1 hour. But then I actually was like want us to ask questions, ask for clarifications, ask for things like that. But let me guys tell you my story on how I broke into tech and actually how this played out. So I got into hackathons. So the first hackathon was a cybersecurity hackathon. It happened that the only thing that I knew at that time was only Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and YouTube at that time. But then what helped me was I sat next to someone who was the guru of cybersecurity in the room. And he was like, you know what, I'll hold your hand and make sure that one day you become the best. And from that day, I said to myself that, you know what, because this guy, if you guys know Fraser, so Fraser is one of the top cybersecurity engineers in Kenya. He's always next to Bright, if you guys know Bright. And so that is actually how I got into tech. How I got my first job was somewhere around 2022. So what happened was there's this company that wanted an AI Python developer at that point. And what happened was it was somewhere in Juja. Okay, my office in currently in Juja, but it was somewhere in Juja Modern Hospital, just next to Juja Modern Hospital. And the person that was hiring there was again just a very young person. He was 24 years old at that time, and so he needed Python developer. So he put out a post and he said, you know what, all Python developers kindly register and come for an interview and actually let's see what's happening. At this time, what I only know how to do was basic HTML at that time. I knew also like basic JavaScript at that time. But I was actually I actually had the narrative of, you know what, what's the worst that can happen if I just register for this job and then show up in an interview and then try and answer the questions. If I don't know how to answer the question, you know what, I'll just say that I don't know that question, but I tried. And so I went for this interview. So he was kind of a chilled guy. And so we did our interview in the night because At that time, I used to do a 9 to 5. And so what happened was, um, he called me into his office and he told me, okay, so we are doing Django in this company. What can you do? What have you done? Do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do this? How do you write your code? Can you show me your code and let's see what happened? But then what helped me was we were doing the interview at night, and so um, the I had the free will of, telling him that, we can do something. You can give me a project and let me go home and do it, and then come back tomorrow and then try and see what I can do. And so this guy gave me a project, and actually, when he gave me that project, I told him that I'm not leaving this office until I finish that project. And so I don't know how to write Python at this time. There is no ChatGPT at this time. And another thing that happened is I can't go home. I've told him that I don't want to go home until I finish this project. And so the first 3 hours of the night was actually learning how Python write, like learning how Python works. But then you see, this guy saw my unwillingness to actually give up. I told him very well that, you know what, me, the basic Python that I know how to write is Python to calculate mathematics, or 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, or a Python to calculate something else or something. I don't know actually how to even write Django. And so this guy, I told this guy that, you know what, just give me a space here until morning, and then I'll be able to finish a project for you to actually see. Because you know what, I came out clean that I know only how to do that. But if you actually give me the chance, even without pay, I will actually do it. And so this guy says, he's called Beckham. So he says, okay, you know what? You can crash here the whole night, and then tomorrow morning we can actually see what happens. So he used to sleep in the office. So the whole night, I learned how to start a Django project and actually how to write a basic authentication app. I actually continue to write an API. It was just like the simple things. But then later on, when this guy woke up at 5, I already had like a project, an API that I already written. So the API was for just a basic authentication, and an API to actually fetch books. So I created a project. He told me to create a project, a library management system. But then he told me that I should create the API for auth, buy book, sell book, and all that. But the whole night I was just YouTube and how to create a Django API, how to create an authentication in Django, and all that. Things were not yet sticking yet, but you know what? I was just like trying to make sure that I can come up with something at the end of the morning. And so what happened was, the morning, actually, I went to his office. I have not gone home, I've not slept. I went to his office and showed him what I'd done. And he told me that, you know what, we will give you a space in the company, but we will not pay you until we know that you can actually move the company forward. And so I quit my 9 to 5 job. The same day, I just like wrote an email. The next day, I wrote an email and said, you know what, I'm not doing this again. And then I went to that company. And then that company, what happened was mind blowing. So this guy um, entrusted me. So I kept on learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. After 6 months, I was one of their top senior developers. After 8 months, I was given the senior role to actually look at all the other developers in the company. And so, what helped me at that time was resilience, speed, and actually putting myself in situations that opportunities cannot actually pass me. So now let's talk about AI and actually the future of what we are actually here for after that story. So we all know that you guys are working on projects with AI to do what? AI to um, translate my languages, AI to all those projects. You can actually put them in the comment section, what you guys are working on, all those AI projects that you guys are working on. AI to speak a different language, AI to help in scanning what, AI to help in mental health, AI to help in traffic, waste management, and all those. You guys are building nice projects. But let's now go to the real hard truth. You know what? Today, AI in Africa is actually moving from the excitement of ChatGPT, hey, please, to actually execution in such a way that people are actually coming from that chat system to actually building real, real companies and real solutions. And so, which means we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of people trying to do different things and different things and different things. But how do we bring them together to actually make them products? But you know what? We are actually in the right moment as Africans because we have the young population, whereby you guys know that Africa will have the world largest workforce by 2035 because we have the young population. In the Western, you guys have actually had stories about people trying to people who have one kid, two kids, and then the other countries are also like trying to bring in more people to their country and then pay them. Again, number two is that look at the trends that are actually happening right now in AI, whereby Kenya is the number one country that uses ChatGPT the most. So, which means, apart from us having the young population, we have a mobile first continent whereby people actually use AI as fast as possible. That adoption is as fast as possible. That's the reason to why, if you're building a product that is actually on WhatsApp, you'll actually get to people as fast as possible. And so, we're actually skilled with we have that mobile fast adoption in such a way that people actually use AI and mobile faster in Africa. And then you can actually look at data sets in health, agriculture, logistics, finance, and languages. We actually have mounts of data, but then we're actually not putting them into practice. But then now, Africa, we actually don't need more AI demos and more pitch decks and more these things that you guys are building that are remaining in your laptops. We actually want you guys to build products that are actually going to be used by people. We actually want you guys to come out from your laptop after building a solution and going to talk to your customers. Or go and talk to your customers first about the problem that they are facing and actually come and use AI to solve that problem. That is actually how to build a successful company. Go out there, you have identified a problem, go out there, build a solution, go out there, talk to customers, come back and build for them, take it back to them again, come back and continue building it until you make sure that the solution that you've actually built for your customers is the best solution. And so, again, listen to me, guys. We actually don't need more AI demos. Right now, what we want to actually do, what we actually need is real AI that we can actually touch, we can actually see, we can actually interact with, not as local host, but then as www.com that is actually solving human African problems. And actually, let me give you examples. So I'll start with healthcare. So, for example, in healthcare, there's a problem for, like, say, for example, drugs. So drugs in, like, let's say, for example, in Kiambu, in Georgia, or in Thika, we actually want to use AI to make sure that if there's a drug in Kiambu, and someone is sick, they actually go to Kiambu and not go to Thika, for example. Or if they are sick, there's an AI that monitors which hospital has medicine, so that rather than taking a patient to go to Kiambu, we can actually tell them to go to Thika because there is medicine there. So what you actually do with this is go and talk to clinics. Go and talk to these hospitals. Go and talk to your users. If I bring this up, do you think you guys are going to use it? If I'm going to bring this thing, are you guys going to use it? And then I'll build a solution, take it back to the clinics, talk to clinics about it, come back to yourself, build it from there, take it to your users. That is actually how you build a product. So a product has different cycles, but me, I only have 2 cycles for a product. Talk to your customers or users, come back and build. And that is actually how it goes. So you talk to your customers, come back and build, talk to your customers again, come back and build. Not the other way around where you build and then you go talk to your customers. That is actually what we are currently struggling with here in Africa, whereby we're using AI so well to build products, but then we are building it for the wrong audience. Good. So I was giving you guys example and AI opportunities when it comes to different industries. So talk about healthcare, remote diagnostic, triage agents, and then pharmacy automations. I guess you guys have also like built such projects. When you talk about agriculture, disease prediction, livestock monitoring, and climate intelligence. When you talk about fintech, we're talking about fraud prevention, credit scoring, conversational banking, which we are actually building. When you talk about the government, everyone wants to make sure that the staff in the government are all staff in the government are all like they are all automated in such a way that we can actually go there and get services as fast as possible. So talk about identification, identity verification, document automation, and then service delivery. When you talk about education, you guys have built everything on education: AI tutors, smart matching engines, learning analytics, and all these projects. But the question is, why do you still have that project in your laptop, yet it can actually help someone out there? The most of you guys here, honestly speaking, you guys have over 10 projects in your laptops. You guys have gone for hackathons, over 10 hackathons, or even 2 hackathons, or even 6 hackathons. But then you just go there for the money. But what about the project that you actually have in your laptop can actually go and help someone out there to automate a process that they're actually going through? And again, I go back to my circle. My circle is build And so, what will actually make African AI products succeed? So, we have actually seen that we have a lot of products. The first way in which we are going to make African projects and African problems and African solutions um, solved is number one, get out of your laptop and actually go and talk to customers. I have actually learned it the hard way, brothers and sisters. I was someone who builds a product and then goes to my customers. Build my product and then goes to my customers. But then you should actually talk to your customers more than building your product. Because let's say, for example, you're building a product in let me get one here, a parliament of agents on blockchain. So you're building that, and then you take it to your customer after you've built a whole project. But then when you go to your customers don't even use all the features that you have actually put there. They only use one, which is, for example, document automation. But then you wasted 100 hours or 200 hours building a whole system rather than just taking to them and talking to them and only getting that one product correct. So now get out of your laptop and go and talk to customers. Go and talk to users. You must not even talk to like 100 customers. No, take 10 people, just randomly, just take 10 people and actually ask them about a problem that you would want to solve with them. You actually have friends in school. What about if you put out things like surveys? I use social media a lot and I record myself on TikTok a lot. What if you can actually use that to actually talk to your customers? So, like something like, okay, you know what, guys, there's this problem about health. What can you guys give me like comments, like give me ideas on the comment section how we can actually make this possible? You will actually see people commenting on what they actually want when it comes to health. The other way in which we're actually going to succeed is collaboration. You know what? If 10 people are building the same thing in this 10 people are building the same thing in this hackathon, or 10 people are building the same thing in one industry or in one university. What about these 10 people come together and build one big thing? Rather than having 10 different projects, we are going to have 10 different customers, but then we can come together and build one big good thing, rather than just having everyone building in silos. Rather than, come together, let's build together. If, for example, we are an AI company, right? We build different projects. But if, for example, we are building a project that we can actually see someone who is doing the same thing, what we do is just like bring them over to our spaces and actually explain to them the dream. We agree together and build it together. Collaboration, so that we move faster rather than having 10 people doing the same thing. It's pulling us behind. Come together, 10 of you, build that thing and actually move faster. If two of you are building, other 8 of you are looking for customers. Or if 2 of you are building, 2 of you are looking for customers, 2 of you are managing how partnerships and collaborations are going to work with other organizations and things like that. Okay? And then distribution fast. There's this something that I always work with. You know what? You can actually build something as bad as it is, like as bad. Give it to the customers. You will actually come back and build it later. Well, let me tell you guys, I know another thing that I learned the hard way is wanting to do 100% of these things. Don't do 100% of these things. Your users won't even care. What you do is build, if you already got a problem in the health industry, one problem that is very painful to the health industry, build on that one problem alone. The other features that you'd want to add, they're going to make they're going to make that process of building so long. So what you do is actually make sure that you build that one so well and actually come back and rebuild it again after your customers are already using the solution. We'd actually want solutions that um, you actually build with the customer in mind. So I have taken version 1 to the market. Version 2 is coming. That is actually why most of you guys use YouTube, most of you guys use TikTok, most of you guys use Instagram. You actually see that these people, they're rolling out features as slowly as possible. You guys have seen how Instagram looks now. If you haven't, sorry, you guys have actually seen how it looks now. Like they make the technology first exist and then they build on top of it. And so don't be in the rabbit hole of you want to build 100% of your product right now and then you take it to users. No. What you do is build the 10%, go to your users, come back, and then continue with the 90% that is left. You already know, you already in mind, you already know that, okay, this is what my customers actually want. And so I'm going to build for them with them in mind. You must build your projects with customers in mind. Again, we don't want a country or we don't want a community where people just build projects and then leave them in their laptops. No, I would also like not want that for you guys. What has actually helped me in this journey is execution. I think of an idea. After thinking of an idea, I put ads on it. So, like, let's say, for example, okay, if you have the money, you can do it. I put ads on it and then make sure that it reaches as many people as possible. I already know that this idea is going to work because I already put the idea already in front of people. And then what's next is you, if you already, like, next time you are coming to that market, I already know how that market is already working. Customers are going to love this, customers are not going to love this, customers are not going to love this. When you are coming with your 100% idea, I've already beaten you 100% out of the market because you're already coming with 100% of solution. Me, I went to my customers, talked to them, knew their pain points, and then um, solve their problem that way. Don't be in the rabbit hole of having projects in your laptop that people are not using. You should be thrown to jail if, in case you are starting another project while the other one you haven't finished or there's no one else using it. You should be thrown to jail. We actually should start a jail in these communities, whereby if you have a project that you have not put in front of someone else to use, you should be thrown in jail and your laptop should be taken for like a month so that you actually know how dangerous that is. So we can agree that we're not going to start another project until the other one is already in someone's hand using. And then from there now, we can actually say, okay, I already know how this thing works. And now I can add, build other projects and other projects and other projects. I'll be in charge of the jail, by the way. Good. So distribution first, and then AI second, which means if Gemini does the work so well, put it out there, let people use Gemini. And then what happens is next, think about now how you want to now make it so fancy. Bring it first to the user's hands and then make it fancy later. Okay, let's take an example of Safaricom. M-Pesa, for example. I worked there for 3 months. Let's say, for example, M-Pesa. What they do is the first version of M-Pesa, when it rolled out, it was only on SIM cards, and SIM cards to mean it was only on USSD. Look at it right now. They already have an app. They have scan to pay and all these technologies that they have. They never built 100% of the technology. They just like made sure that is it working? That one thing that send money, withdraw money, is it working? Perfect. If it's working now, let's now bring in more ideas. They never brought scan to pay at first. No. They never brought the M-Pesa app at first. No. So now the secret is build 10%. And then the others, the 90%, you'll actually build with your customers already telling you, okay, now this is what we want, this is not what we want, and then and so and so and so and so. Good. Lastly, is solve problems that you know are going to make you money. Because we don't want to solve problems that are not going to make us money. Let me tell you guys a problem that we actually have right now, that subscriptions don't work. In Africa, subscriptions don't work. In Kenya, subscriptions don't work. It's 10% work, 10% working, but 90% not working. Look at it this way. If I build an app right now, and let's say the app is helping pregnant mothers to actually access, pregnant mothers to actually access the nearest hospital. For example, that is actually a very big problem in Africa. Someone can actually solve it here in the room. You can come, we can fund you. When we actually solve that problem, you see, at first, if you tell mothers to actually pay 100 bob per month for that thing to happen, it won't happen. But then if you actually take the same idea out of Africa, it will work. People will pay subscription of 10% and then 100, like 100 shillings, 200 shillings per month. But can you be a genius enough and think of it this way? What if I can collaborate with Safaricom in such a way that when a mother uses this app, 10% of the data that they're actually supposed to pay on this month goes to me, and then the 90% goes to M-Pesa or Safaricom, for example. Like that's revenue sharing. Like think of a way out of the box that can actually work. And what is going to actually work in Kenya here is that revenue sharing model in such a way that we are building this app for mothers who are pregnant to actually get to the hospitals faster. Think out of the box, because you don't want to give mothers an app that they pay 100 bob when they're not using. You only want them to pay when they're actually using the app. That is actually what happens in Africa, my friends. And so do a revenue sharing with Safaricom. Tell Safaricom that, you know what, I'm building this app, but then when a mother is using this app, we want us to charge them, like if standard rates is 5 shillings for per data, like 5 Mbps for like, let's say a second or 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Can we charge them 10 Mbps, 10 shillings for 10 Mbps or something, in such a way that now we share that revenue in such a way that you take 50%, I take 50%. You know what? You have given the mother the solution for free. Then they know that it's for free. But then at the end of the day, you have actually gotten actually a revenue from your end. Like thinking that way is actually how African problems are going to be solved. Because honestly speaking, you're going to build a solution that is so good, but people are not going to pay for it. Because look at it this way. You guys use ChatGPT, for example. I want to tell you guys how subscriptions don't work, and it's actually really nice. I think I'm finishing this talk. Um, you guys are using ChatGPT. You guys are using Lovable. You guys are using Bold. But I know almost 99% of you guys here have 5 to 6 emails. Hii ikiisha credits wana change. Hii ikiisha credits wana change ile ingine. Ile ingine ikiisha wana change ile ingine. How do you want to build for someone a product like that? They'll be like changing emails all the time. Come on, guys. So, for example, if I'm supposed to build a chat GPT for Kenya, how I could actually go about this is I make sure that I do a revenue share with the person that I actually want to give this information to. So, like, let's say Safaricom. And there are actually channels to do revenue shares. They're anonymous. They're too many to actually, like, you can't actually finish them. Just think out of the box how you're going to be able to get money for your solutions. I'm not going to tell you that, this is actually how to get money for your solutions. No. There are even ads. You can actually bring ads to that app that mothers are using in such a way that at the end of the day, you also get money from the ads that they actually earn for. So you have revenue share, you have ads, you can actually also like make sure that you give out the data. For example, okay, you're not supposed to sell the data, but if in case this is just like an app that they don't actually share a lot, you can actually sell the data also, so that you actually get money in turn for what you do. So in that solution that you're building, make sure that you know very well that this is actually where I'm going to get the money. Because I don't want us to build products and then at the end of the day, we have a million projects that we don't know how we are going to make money from them. And that was actually a topic that I don't know who is supposed to talk about it, whereby you must come up with a very good business model. So okay, let's talk about. I'm going to talk to my customers, right? So I'm talking to my customers, coming back and building the product. Talking to my customers, coming back and building the product. You really know very well that when I'm building this product for my customers, are they going to really pay for it? Those are the questions that you should actually ask yourself before you actually open that project to build open that laptop to build a project, or open Lovable or Casa or anything. Are you actually going to make money from it? We don't want you guys to build products and then at the end of the day you don't have money to pay your rent. Okay? Are you actually going to get people to pay for it? And it can be in different ways, because subscriptions don't work. Don't copy a subscription model from abroad and then think that it's going to work here in Kenya. It doesn't. I have seen it with my eyes. It doesn't. Good. Okay, so I also like put up challenges that can actually make AI projects in Kenya or Africa not work. Number one is infrastructure. Infrastructure is crazy. AI is expensive. ChatGPT API credits are way massive. These things are so expensive actually to bring out to the real world. And you actually also like don't want to be building product for investors. You want to build a product for your users, not for your investors, because investors won't use your app. It's actually users that will use your app. And can we stop thinking about the app, web app, and things like that? Start thinking of how can we build a solution and put it in what people are already using. Honestly speaking, I don't want to go to Play Store to download another app, or I don't want to go to another website to download another app. Can you bring your product to what I'm already using? So, like, let's say, for example, WhatsApp, build a whole finance, a whole bank on WhatsApp. All these things are possible. There's nothing actually that is impossible in this world. Build a whole agri-tech on WhatsApp. Build a whole climate tech on WhatsApp. Build the whole companies on WhatsApp, because it's actually doable. If you bring that, it's adoption fast. If you bring that solution already on WhatsApp that I'm already using, it's already doable. I don't have to actually go and download a new app. I don't actually have to go and do what. And you see, actually, WhatsApp is free in Kenya. So fast adoption and actually reach, fast adoption and reach when it comes to these projects. Quickly, I don't know how many minutes I'm left with.
You have about 20 minutes.
Okay, so I can talk about code to cash for a few minutes. So like let's talk about code to cash. I have gone to 66 hackathons. I have won 39, and I have built products. My idea was I have won a lot of hackathons. What if I bring all these projects together and then build them, and then test them and actually see how it goes? And so that is actually why we created Brick Labs AI. It was specifically a lab whereby we can come test ideas, see how they work in the market, come back, and so we go in a hackathon. So let's say, for example, we have won 100,000, come back and put it inside Brick Labs AI. We don't eat that money. We come and use that money to actually build the product. So we go in 100,000 with the idea. One of the ideas that we won, it was like, 1 million Kenyan shillings. It was 1 point something million Kenyan shillings. It was an idea for emergency services. And you can actually see that when we won that money, we took that money and then now built the idea and then actually now continuing the idea. So that was actually why this was created in such a way that we go in a hackathon, we don't eat that money, and then come back, take that money, and then now continue to make sure that the product that we actually put there for people that we won with, we would want to actually give it to people to actually use. So, like, let's say, for example, I went to a hackathon someday and someone was building a product for, um, um, it was an AI financer on WhatsApp, whereby I upload all my financial statements. So today I've gone to the supermarket. I have bought I have bought a bottle of water, and then I take that receipt, take a picture, put it on WhatsApp, on an AI chatbot on WhatsApp, and then that AI can actually tell me how much I've spent this week, tell me how much I've spent this month. I can take my M-Pesa messages, forward them to my WhatsApp chatbot, and then it actually calculates how much I've used this week and how much I've used this month. And then it actually tells me that this is actually what you're supposed to do with your money next time. And like, it was just basic. So if you take that project and bring it to people and tell them that, you know what, because let me tell you something, even on WhatsApp, you can put things like, um, how is it called? USSD. How is it called? It's called prompt to pay. So after they have used it for like 10 sessions, you give them 100 free sessions and then tell them to pay 10 shillings or 20 shillings. People won't pay 100 bob. People won't pay 1,000 bob. Stop. You guys think that, let me tell you, you know, when you talk about $20 for ChatGPT in the US, $20 is like 20 bob on their side. It's 2,600 shillings in Kenya. So you can't build an app and then you say you want to charge Kenyans $20 per month. It won't work, brothers and sisters. It won't work. But what if a solution like that you charge people 20 bob, 30 bob, 40 bob shillings per usage, in such a way that they buy tokens for like 40 shillings for like the next 3 days or 4 days or 5 days or 6 days. And then they only use it whenever they want to, whenever they want to. They only pay for it whenever they want to use it. And then this other time it's not usable. Such ideas is actually how we should actually be thinking when it comes to just creating ideas and putting them out there. So the first way to actually turn your code into cash is take that solution that you have actually been building for 10 months right now in your laptop on localhost and give it to people to use it. Be crazy enough in such a way that you can stand in front of your class and say that, you know what, guys, I have built this product and I think that you guys are going to love it. Pay me only 10 shillings per day for using it. At the end of the month, you have 300 shillings. Not bad. Rather than just like having that project inside your laptop. I'll repeat again, the first part of actually turning that code of yours into cash is removing it from your laptop and taking it to users out there. Let me tell you something. Users won't care which domain you have for them. They won't care that you have hosted this thing on Vercel, or they won't care that you have hosted this thing on Bolt. Is it solving my problem? Yes. I'll find it and I'll use it. And so, brothers and sisters, get that code out of your laptop and give it to your users. That is actually how you're going to win and actually earn money from it. Don't be in the rabbit hole of creating a solution. You umechachoka nayo, you go to another one, you ushachoka nayo, you go to another one, you ushachoka nayo. At the end of the year, you'll actually ask yourself, what have you done? And you'll find out you have not done anything. Build that solution, take it to customers, put it on WhatsApp. Give it, like, put it on WhatsApp. There is something called WhatsApp Web View. Put it there so that even I'm on WhatsApp, but then I'm using, for example, www.yourstartup.com. And then after you have put out your code there for people to actually use, now talk to them. Are you loving my product? What is going on? What do you think I should change? What is up? What do you think if you're supposed to pay for this? What should I do? What at number 1, 2, 3? You list all those features, come back and work on them, take them back to the customers again, ask them questions. That is actually how you build a product that actually makes money. Another one is let me just finish this. Another one is most of us here, we don't want to solve the real hard problems. We want to solve the problems of which one? Which one is the easiest problem that I can think of? An AI that turns my chat into emoji, or an AI that turns my chats into what, or an AI that helps me to look at this girl in a different way, or like those crazy AI ideas. They're not bad, but you see, for you to make money with those ideas in Africa is hard. If you're building them for the outside world, well, perfect and good. But then ideas that actually make sense and make money is the real problems. What I'll give you guys an exercise. And the exercise is go to 10 people in your class. You want to build that startup, like you want to build a product on education, AI and education. Just start with 10 people in your class. Ask them about the problem that they're actually facing with reading or submitting assignments or doing all those things. And then now go and build a product for them and tell them that, hey, you know what? Hey, sisi wote ni comrade. Lakini, si unaweza pata ka 20 ama ka 30 ama ka 40. Bro, at the end of the day, you've eaten your sweat. Okay, that is, I don't know if that is like English, but you've eaten your sweat. So don't just build a product and leave it in your laptop. Go to your customers, come back, think of ideas out of the box and actually give them. Another one is, so identify a high friction problem. Talk about, there's this problem that has never been solved. If you go right now to Super Metro, that long line is hectic. But stop building products for, turning, taking all my girlfriend's text and then putting them in an AI to actually know if my girlfriend is mad at me or what. Stop building solutions like that. Like, those are not African problems, my friends. Those are not Africans' problems. African problems are those long queues in Super Metro, those long queues in Naivas supermarket, those bad roads. Okay, you can't fix bad roads, but actually you can think of something that is a real problem. That is actually why talking to your users is the best solution. But others, like, can you stop thinking about what people are going to think about you? There's no one who cares. Take your camera and go to talk to people in Kiambu, in those fields. Talk to them about what problems they are facing. Mshikane watatu wanne watano, and then go to those fields. Ask them about the problems that they are facing. These guys are facing problems that can actually be paid for. Stop solving problems of AI to help me to do what? Those are not our problems. People are not going to use those things. People are not going to pay for them. Or even if people are going to pay for them, but they're not going to be as impactful as you guys want to be the next Mark Zuckerbergs and everyone. I want to be that. And actually how you solve that is go out there where people are, talk to them, and then come back and draw a plan of a solution. Invite them over before even you build the product. What do you think about this? If I build this, are you going to actually work on it? Stop building products and leaving them on your laptop. Go and talk to your users, brothers and sisters. Okay, lastly, uh, so which one? There are products that we build and then put AI in them. You know, like you build a product and then you put AI. Even AI is not even needed anywhere. Just build that product and give it to your customer. My mission today was to tell you guys that it's enough. It's enough for building your products in AI and leaving them in your laptops. But go out there, talk to your classmates, talk to your parents, talk to your chief, talk to Ruto, talk to everyone about the problem, and actually get solutions from different people. It actually does not mean that you do this yourself. No, you can form a group of 5 people, 3 people to actually go to the market and actually talk to people. While you, when they bring back that report, what you do is you create a plan. And then when you already create a plan, take it back to the users. What do they think about it? And then now bring it back to actually working. If you want to be a good software engineer, you want to, okay, I was talking to people who want to build their own projects and then sell them out there. But if you want to be hired, the fastest way, brothers and sisters, that I cannot even, I do hire people, but the fastest way to actually get hired is, you know what, go to those offices, tell them that you can work for them for free for 2 months or 1 month. Learn what they do there. All the organizations that I've actually worked on, after 6 months, I've actually been given the role of the senior management, the senior developer, in such a way that I now oversee everyone. And then after 6 months, I always quit because I'm like, okay, I already know everything here. Now, what next? I need a different challenge. But if you want to get the next job tomorrow, you already know how to write code. Go to an organization that you think you love the most, or even don't even go to that big organization. No, go to a startup. These people are building technology. Tell them that you can help them to take their next thing to the next level, or even just go there and volunteer for them. Give yourself for free. At the end of the day, you're building trust and actually also learning. People don't, however hard people are, like hard Kiro, like their heart is so hard. They can't dismiss honor, or they can't dismiss that unyenyekevu. I spent the whole night in that office. I never knew how to write Django code. But then in the morning, this guy saw how, I was relentless. I don't want to stop until I knew that how to do that thing. And then he offered me a job. You want to get hired as fast as possible as a second year, you already know how to write code. Go to a startup. Tell them that, you know what, I can work for you guys here for free, just for free, for 1 month. Even I already know the technology that you guys are using. I already know how to work with that. And then you stay now consistent. Wait, kila siku, you're the first one to go to the office. You're the last one to leave. You're asking questions. You're the most, you're talkative in asking questions and things like that. There's no one who is going to deny you an opportunity. People like us who hire, we want that because we actually see a lot of people who do different things, but then they actually can't do the things that are going to give them the job. So get out of your room or your class or wherever. I would advise that you guys drop out. Go and actually join startups and build technology. Because at the end of 4 months, at the end of your 4 years, you actually want that you are like you're market ready. And how do you get market ready? You have, let's be honest, you guys, have so like let's say for example in class, okay, I think my time is going. In class, you guys do class for how long? Let's say 6 hours in a day or 8 hours in a day. Bro, you have 4 hours that you can actually go and work in a startup somewhere. Or what you can do is, if you want to you build your own solutions, you can actually use that 4 hours to go and talk to your customers, or you can use that 4 hours to go and do something else. Go out of your way to actually be the best. Go out of your way to actually be the best. Being the best does not require you to be so big and must know all languages and things like no. If you're not in tech and you want to be the best, just to walk into these organizations, tell them what you can do. Offer yourself for free to them. They will give you a chance, because I would want someone to work for me for free. Well, I don't know, but I would want that in such a way that at the end of the month, you're pushing the needle. We're doing things that moves the needle. So, brothers and sisters, if you want to turn your code into cash, go out there, do the things that people don't do. Lastly, the last thing that I'm saying, I'm not a pastor, but the last thing that I'm saying is that if we were supposed to take you guys, you know that you guys are in the same level, right? If you're supposed to take everyone and put them in the same room, and then we say that, you know what, I'm going to give a job to one person that is out of, like, one person that is the most different person in the room. Brothers and sisters, try to make sure that you're almost different. When everyone is doing software and using Lovable, what about thinking out of the box, that, like, doing something else that someone else is not doing? That is actually how to set yourself apart from all the developers and all the vibe coders and on all these things. What you do is, if everyone in the room is a software developer, what about you do mobile? What about, okay, I know about an idea about mobile. I know how to do this. I know how to, I know how to do this and this. Like, just being the different person in the room. And you know what, guys? Show up. Show up to hackathons. Show up to tech events. Right now, you don't know what you're doing, but just show up. And at the end of the day, you'll actually get that path that you want to go to. I don't have any other thing to say. But guys, stop building products that are not going to be used. Build products that you see your customers facing the problems for. Go out there, speak to your customers. Go out there, build products for them. But don't build a product and then leave it to your laptop. We are creating a jail here, whereby if you build another project that, and the last one you have actually not put in front of your users to use, we are putting you in a jail for 1 month and taking your laptop so that you actually don't work. Thank you guys for your time. My name is Caleb Jephunneh.
Wow, amazing, amazing. That's amazing. I think I'm learning a lot so far myself. And as you said, show up, attend those hackathons, putting in the work. Like you said, a good strategy to get employed is putting in the work, even when, let's say, you tell them you can work for like 2 months without pay, and show them that you actually, you say who you are. So it's very, very encouraging to see. Yeah. Amazing, amazing. So I feel the energy. I see people encouraged, see people sharing what they think and how they're learning a lot. Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining. This is Chiromo Forge, in partnership with Astracode Community. We set this up for all of you, and we brought Caleb Jephunneh to share his insights. And so far, it's been amazing. He's shared a lot. As you've seen, he's a strategist, and he tells us the hard truth that most people don't actually tell us. And that's why I think it's really good to that we've heard what he said. Yeah, so we'll get to um, the next part of this session, where we managed to select one brave builder from our community, Brian Michael, to join us live. They have this AI project and they want to know if it's a business or just a hobby. So Caleb will help Brian break it down. Brian will share the pitch, the idea, the problem that he's trying to solve, the solution, his strategy of how to go to the market, because I believe he'll share more about the idea. But let me just give you a brief of Brian's project. Um, the project by Brian is AgriSense Global. AgriSense uses AI to detect um, crop diseases early and give farmers instant, accurate solutions. It also provides weather, market, and advisory insights to help farmers increase yield and reduce losses. Yeah, so Brian, you could share your slides, then we could have it there. Yeah, so he says he has a working prototype. He shared his slides, and yeah, we would love to hear from Brian about his idea. So, Brian, once you're ready, let me know.
I'm ready.
Nice. You could share your slide.
Okay, okay. Are they visible?
Yes. There it is.
Okay. I do start with a small introduction. I'm Brian. I'm Wema, a second year student here at Chuka. So I just sat down and through the help of I analyzed some of the problems we are facing, and I came up with an idea of AgriSense Global, which is a high-powered agriculture and also climate and land degradation intelligence. Basically, this project is based on use of AI. It is transforming farming through data-driven insight and also climate smart technology. I'll go straight to slide number 2. The problem, the crisis facing African agriculture, specifically in East Africa. Climate change is actually crop failure and the degradation of land, and also small from others are the pillars of the food security of the region, which critical decisions you see guesswork. Sometimes we find it difficult for those farmers to go and do researches, so they just guess what to do, maybe what to plant, how the market will be. That's a major problem I identified, and also about the soil quality. Devoid of the real time and also localized data of soil quality. And also another problem is about rainfall patterns and also health of the vegetation. The other one, from these problems, the outcome of the effects, it's food insecurity and also economic depletion of poverty. To say number 3, why this moment demands actions. East African is experiencing unprecedented climate volatility, also with erratic rainfall patterns and also prolonged droughts. So now you can see there are no rains in some areas. Now that's a main challenge. Technology convergence. We'll go through breakthroughs in AI, satellite imagery, and also remote sensing. Policy momentum, that is government prioritizes those SDGs, of which these projects is based on SDG number 2, which is zero hunger, and also SDG number 13, that is climate action. The full stack solution of this AgriSense is about prediction of crop yields. You see machine learning models and also detect land degradations. This basically you see satellite data and also analyzing climate patterns. I plot weather intelligence, and also generative AI recommendations. I'll go to slide number 5. That is platform capabilities. Satellites use the normalized difference vegetation index in DVI, and also AI yield prediction model. Also real-time climate dashboard, land degradation, local search. Yeah, we've got it also integrated with the hair assistance, and also just a PDF. I'll showcase the demo. How this AgriSense works. Data collection, model visualization, insight engines, decision support. AI model we have used tools such as TensorFlow and also Scikit Learner to help us do forecasting of the algorithms, visualization, interactive maps, and also insights engine. So from there, I'll go to slide number 7, I guess 6. The technology I have applied here with my team. So basically about AI and also machine learning frameworks. Also AI intelligence layer, front-end experience, I used Talent, CSS, back-end architecture, data visualization, and also cloud infrastructure. We go to the next slide, so that I can explain the model after showcasing the demo. We have measurable impact at scale. Also, what are we looking forward basically is to increase our crop yields, to early. We also do early climate risk detection, and also it transform economy as Kenyans and also every part of this nation. We also reduce the land degradation, uh, better resource allocation. The other one is SDG alignment, market opportunity. Of course, 70% of Kenyans agricultural. 70% of Kenyans we do depend on agriculture. You can bear me with that. What are our target users? Our target users are mainly smallholder farmers seeking to maximize yields, county government managing agricultural policies. We have also agronomists and researchers conducting field studies, and also NGOs focused on food security initiatives and climate changes content disaster response. You can join us to transform our African agriculture. Our competitive challenge is that we have used open source accessible mapping. I'll showcase the demo, and also AI-driven insights designed for low-tech accessibility. Our business model starts from premium, enterprise, count level subscriptions, and also NGOs, and also those are donors. Current action I have said I'll showcase. So allow me to go straight to showcase so that I can answer all the questions.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. This is a platform I built it with Lovable AI. And also I've integrated my own data from different sources such as cargo dataset. Yeah. So this is a platform. I can just go through it as a review. I guess it's visible to everyone.
Not really.
Not really? Okay. Screen. So, and now?
Yeah. Yeah. There
Okay.
it is.
Okay. This is a demo. You can just take a look on it. We're still working on it with my team. We said that it's basically use of AI, satellite data, and also real-time climate monitoring, and also combat land degradation, and support sustainable agriculture for a food secure future. You have live data analysis, you have powered insight, and also climate monitoring. Uh, we have a dashboard here for data visualization. Um, this do forecasting based on the historical data, which have built a model using machine learning. Come and also view the trends of rainfall, also crop yield by regions based on the data, and also vegetation health index, which I have and DVI. This helps us to this vegetation health index. It helps us to detect detect crop diseases, and also predict outcome of yields. So crop yields by regions. Allow me to go to map. For example, this is a map. I'm still working on it. I've seen just a demo. For example, you can come here and choose the area you want, maybe to do some analysis based on either the soil quality. You can see also rainfall, and also NDVI or the vegetation index. For example, I can test. You can analyze this area. I guess after clicking all the searching the area you need, you'll come here to export the PDF report, which I'll showcase. Allow me to finish here, then I showcase the data, the reports. Everything is AI insights, of which it can, with the help of the satellite data, can export data into PDF, of which you can do some AI-powered analysis on agriculture and also climate data, declining such as rainfall, temperatures, and also vegetation resilience. Some recommendations, yeah. How can generate? It is analyzing. So as it analyzes, allow me to go to simulator. Adjust the climate parameter to see predicted impacts on crop yields. This is about prediction here at this tab simulator. And also allow me to the last tab, that is forecasting. This one is not yet working, but this helps us to predict the market and also the expectation after planting and those such kind of stuff. You can see it has already generated analysis. So the other thing I have done in this project is, so far, it's about, I have tried to integrate it with the AI assistants. You can see I done some test here. It's working. So allow me to stop sharing so that I can explain and also expect the questions. I know you have many questions. You are prepared. Yeah, when I was born.
Yes.
Can I stop sharing?
Yeah, I think yeah, you
So
can
that I
stop sharing.
can. Okay. So I guess you have gone through the. Everyone has gone through the demo, and also I'm expecting a lot of questions. Eh?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I'm going to answer the question. So maybe if you have a question, feel free to ask,
Okay.
and also any other recommendation.
Um, I think everyone in the who is watching, you can actually also like put your questions that you'd want to ask so that I ask him also. But I have a lot of questions, man. Number one, is it is this thing working? Is anyone already using it? Okay, I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you.
Hello,
I'll be
hello,
very, very honest with you. Yeah.
hello.
I like your project. Let me just give you first your flowers. I really like your project. Farmers are one of the people that are not included so much, and your project actually solves their problem 100%. I would want to know before I take my maize to Kiambu. I would want to know that what if I take them to Kisumu? Is it going to be more expensive that side, so I'm going to earn more money? Is it going to be able to tell me
Yeah.
that okay, so my the rains are coming next year? What am I supposed to do? And all that. Your solution is perfect, but is anyone already using it right now?
Now there's no one you see. I'm
No.
still working on it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How long
Yeah.
have you worked on this?
1 month.
A month. Oh, okay, that's understandable. That's understandable. Have you gone
Yeah.
out there and actually talked to your customers? Do you have like 10 or 15 or even 6 farmers that you already know that you're talking to about the same problem?
Yes, I conducted to be sincere enough. I talked to 6 of them. I showcased the demo. I asked them some survey. I had some surveys. I gave them. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Um, what were the main challenges that they were telling you? Like, what were the main challenges that they were telling you when it comes to the problems that they are facing? What were the main? Give me the two main challenges that they were facing.
Two main challenges. One was about the climate. Actually, now they told me about this period now. They expect rains, and yet there are no rains. So their main challenge was about about the climate prediction, that is rainfall prediction, so that they can know what they can prepare for, what they can plant. That was one of the main challenges they told me. The other thing they told me was about markets, the market structure. Sometimes you find farmers have really done so good in their their farms. Then when they go there at the market, you find the prices are very low. So because what we call in business, what we call in economics about inflation, and the other one, I guess deflation. So the other one was about the market prediction. Now, those are the two main challenges they talked about.
Good. So this is what we are going to do. So we are only going to build the top three so that we. Okay, wait. Yeah, we are going to only build the top three first, and then the rest of the ideas are going to come later. Another question is, so you want to say that your farmers will be using that web app, the website?
No, I'm working on an app of which the farmers can use the app, and also integrate it to the USSD, so that those farmers are not yet exposed to smartphones. They can really do it on their smartphones. They can dial. Yeah.
Can we not build an app first? But what you're going to build is
Uh-huh.
you're going to build you're going to build it on WhatsApp,
Yes.
and you're also going to build it on your SSD in such a way that
Ye-
a farmer that
mhm.
only has a Katululu can actually access this on your SSD. And a farmer that has a smartphone, they can only just use this on WhatsApp because, okay, my parents are not farmers, but I know you guys here, like your parents are farmers. But then they don't have even time to look at their phones when they are working at that time. But you see, when they already have like the need, they will actually go and look at it. But they want
Yeah.
something that is easily accessible and it's actually faster, so that they go back to work or they go and do something else, or even to do with something to do with notifications like, okay, there's a rain coming tomorrow. In Georgia, the prices for these are down. So we want to make it as simple as possible for our farmers in such a way that we want them to access this on USSD and actually on WhatsApp. But we'll start with USSD because USSD is much easier to actually bring all this to the company. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So don't dwell a lot on building the web app. No, dwell
Yeah.
a lot on building the USSD so that we actually spend the shortest time to go back to our customers and talk to them because they already know how to do star 544 hash. That
Yes.
right? They already know how
Yeah.
to send each other messages on WhatsApp. So you want to actually leverage on that rather than telling them to go to a website to actually use data to actually go to another website or use. Let me tell you,
Yeah. Yes.
most of our mothers who are farming, their phones they even don't have storage. Like they delete other stuff to actually accommodate others. That is one of the biggest challenges. Like they don't
Yes.
have
Exactly.
spaces in their phones that they're going to download this app on. So put it in something that they already use as much, right? And
Yes.
then um, so talking about your business model. Tell us about your business model. Someone actually asked about it. How are you going to make money with this?
Okay. Allow me to talk about this. For example, a farmer can need to do some prediction. So what I've done is that what I'm planning basically is about if a farmer needs to do some prediction, he can pay some fee. This one will depend either on small those smallholder farmers and also those large large scale farmers. So the fee I'm planning to be different. The other thing also, it's also about the market, of which I've decided that I'll include agronomists. So also they'll pay a different amount of money. Yeah, but basically that is what I'm thinking of.
Okay, so you have a lot of work to do when it comes to business model, a lot,
Yeah.
because
I understand.
these people are not going to pay for this thing. They're going to use another telecom line. They're going to use another Safaricom line, or they're going to use their
Exactly.
daughters or their sons' lines. Because if you
Yeah.
tie it to a USSD line, they can actually just like use another one. But be very wise here. One of the problems with the agriculture space is that the people that actually um, do the agriculture are not people who have money or disposable income to actually pay for something. I want
Yeah.
you to now
Mhm.
look at it in a different way, in such a way that you now co-share this thing with either Safaricom. So when they do stuff 544 hash, you charge them 2 bob. Safaricom takes 1 bob, you take 1 bob. You see, that is
Yes.
already money.
Yeah.
Or you go look for an NGO that can actually pay for them, which is not a good solution because you'd want something that is sustainable at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
give farmers this thing for free, but then like them they're looking at it for free, but then on the side you actually have you ever used an online banking stuff whereby if you do stuff something and then when you don't have credit on your line it says that you must actually recharge.
Yes. Exactly. You said.
Good. Do that.
Yeah.
So in such a way
Yeah.
that if they can't pay for the solution, make sure you also like still have the payment solution for people who can pay. But if they can't actually pay for it, you actually charge them from there. So in such a way that
Yeah.
if it's 2 bob for per USSD call, you take 1 bob, Safaricom take. That is actually how you want to think around your business model. And then
Yeah.
my
Mhm.
last two were Your pitch is boring. Um, I think it's because you have actually not learned, which is unacceptable. And then make sure that your pitch deck is you only talk about what is existing, and then say that we are planning to do this and this and this. Our pitch deck should be: number one, you talk about the problem. Number two, talk
Yeah.
about the solution. Number three, give us a demo. Like just put pictures of a demo there. Number four, talk about a business model. Number five, talk about what after business model. You want to talk about your team. If you don't have a team, leave it alone. You just like want to make sure that your slides are short and then they convey the message at once so that you don't keep people for long because they don't want to listen
Yeah.
to they only just like want to listen as faster and actually go. So make sure
Yes.
that you only talk about what is working. Make sure that your slides are also good. You can actually we can you can actually what you can do is we can work on this together in such a way that um, you work on your pitch deck, you send it back. You work on your pitch deck again, you send it back. But make sure that you talk to your customers as much as possible because sometimes even you don't need even pitch decks to actually get money. You just like need to talk to your customers to actually get money from them, to actually pay for that product. We don't want to be in a situation whereby you build a product for investors. No, you actually want to go out there and talk to your customers. I think those are my only questions. Those are my only questions. And then,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah, those are my only questions. I like your solution, but then think out of the box when it comes to the customer that you work with the customer in mind. The customer must
Yeah.
always be in mind. When we actually draw a circle on how we are building products, make sure you put the customer already in the middle there. If I take this to my customer, are they going to like it? They don't have data, right? Because a bigger percentage of them don't have data. What can I do else? Which resource can I pull? And but bro, this is crazy, man. At second year, you already have a problem and are already thinking of a solution. Just I don't know. This is brilliant, man. Just polish it. Go to your customers as much as possible. Customer. Like let
Exactly.
that stick in your head. Customer. Every day, customer. And then at the end of the day, you build a solution that they will actually want and that they I will actually pay for. Yeah, those are
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
my suggestions.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bwana Caleb.
You're welcome. Back to you, Osman.
Yeah, amazing. What a session. Thank you, Brian, for the amazing project and stepping up into the light and sharing that. Also, Caleb, thank you for the masterclass. I believe you can see from the charts the energy that we've had. People were impressed, and people have learned a lot so far. I believe myself, I'm learning as well because I'm also doing my thing. So it's interesting to see your idea being broken down and being broken down. Then you try to help. Caleb is bringing building it up um, as he does, and that's amazing. So, and this is why we built the Chiromo Forge community to make sure that people um, get to build projects, refine their ideas, understand that they should actually solve real world problems. And it's really amazing to see what Brian has managed to do. So keep it up, Brian. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyone with a question, maybe you could drop it in the chat because we are just about to end. We're already out of time, but it's been amazing. Yeah, it's been amazing. Anyone with a question, then please drop it. But I would want to ask Caleb, what is for me? I would say, what is the you have an idea, an amazing idea, and you want to reduce the time of execution to be as small as possible, right? So, what time would you say is adequate for the right execution time before you actually go to the customers and now you build now you start building with the customer. So how, what time is it, does it make sense? Is, yeah, that's my question.
Sorry, I was muted. I would not advise that you build a product fast. I would not. I would not advise. I would advise that you build a Google form first, that you send to people to actually see what they think or what they say. One of the things that has actually helped me is I always don't have shame. Oh, I don't have shame. Like me, I'll bombard you with questions, I'll bombard you with Google Forms until I get what I want. At the end of the day, I already have like my user requirements and then now build a solution for them. With AI tools and all these things and Superbase and all these things, it's even easier to build a product in one day, send it to your customers, come back again the next day. At the end of the month, you already have already customers onboarded, you're working with them, and it's easier. Let me tell you guys something. Kenya is a fast mobile country. Like people do things as fast as possible. And so it's actually easier to ask people um, for feedback. It's easier. Take your friends, tell them that you're going to buy them supper, or like everyone that fills that form gets 20 shillings. Bro, you'll get like a million people from these universities actually just needing that 20 shillings to buy them data. So like think of ways in which you can actually get the solution fast uh, to your customers without even like first getting it to the customers and then building with them as you go. So I would advise, if you want to build a product that is going to be of impact, talk to your users first, come back, build it with the AI as fast as possible. In a month you should be have like done with this, because you don't want also to be in a circle whereby you're just talking to people, coming back, talking to people, coming back, stopping, tena unaendelea tena after like 2 days again you go, you stop. You don't want to be in that cycle. So you want that you start this, finish this, go on. How we do it in our company is we go look for a customer. We identify first a problem that, you know what, that is a problem. Go bring people that are already being affected with the problem, and then, you know what, build it, and then go back them, build it again, and then we come back, and then now since me I want to do something different, I leave it for other people to run it and go do something else, because now I've already created that system in which ideas fall into as as they go and go and go. So the fastest way to get this to your customers is talk to them, and then don't take long after talking to them. 1 month is good, man. Yeah. I can see you guys should organize a hackathon for like pitching and sharing ideas. The session was fantastic. I think I'm trying to look for a question here, but I can't get. How do you plan? Okay, yeah. I think that's all.
Yeah, amazing. I think you've broken down the issue on execution really well. Anyone else with a question, maybe you could drop it in the chat. But yeah, it's been amazing. You've broken it down so well. But I think we're out of time, so maybe we could end it there unless someone has something to say. But yeah, it's been amazing. The session has been, for me, I would say I've learned a lot so far. Um, we are planning to host a number of these sessions as much as possible to have to provide people with the information that they need. Um, as you've seen, Caleb has not held back anything. He says it as it is. So you want people like that to be a part of the session. So it's amazing to have all of you being a part of this. Um, and also make sure you join the community so that you get updates on the next sessions. Um, for Omolo, you said a hackathon for like pitching and sharing ideas. The session was amazing. Looking forward to 5.0. Um, you, most definitely, we're planning a hackathon early next year. So looking forward to seeing you there. Join the community and make sure that you're part of the Chiromo Forge community so that you get updates on when we'll launch that hackathon. So yeah, um, Thank you everyone for the comments and the love in the chat. I believe
Firstborn,
that,
firstborn.
yeah,
Firstborn, allow me.
yeah, go on.
If okay, I was requesting if anyone has any improvement on that project, or anything, any idea, any other idea related to that, you can contact you so that you can reach out and work together. Thank you.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you, Brian, for that. I believe more insights from Caleb will be very beneficial, and he'll be ready to support and refine your idea. So, yeah, thank you, everyone. I think we'll end it there. But for those who would love to have, like, we have this quiz, fun quiz that we are having right now. So you could maybe um yeah, just as people drop off, I'll just want to say that thank you, Caleb, for the session. It's been very insightful. I'm hoping that we'll have more sessions with you next. Chiromo Forge 5.0, 6.0, and the rest. People actually need to learn a lot from these sessions. It's amazing that you have this thing on YouTube so that people can access it from anytime, any place. So, and actually, congratulations. I think people didn't hear you. You won the award. For some of the people didn't get you saying you won the youngest CEO award. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Um, for your company winning the fastest growing startup of the year. So that's really big as well. And for me, I would say I'll also get the youngest CEO of the year award soon. So be ready for that one
I
as well.
still own the title.
Yeah,
You must beat me first.
yeah. Okay, we'll beat each other to it. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Thank you guys for. Oh, sorry. Thank you guys for also joining. I always like having such sessions. I like having such conversations with young. I'm also young. I just turned 24 years old, and um, it's actually just like an honor to always be talking to you guys about stuff. So you know what, take everything, just like put yourself out there, record yourself, talk to people about stuff. And if you need help about anything, I've actually seen already people have started texting me on LinkedIn. If in case you want help, these guys are here. They can actually just like help out on any time, and I'm also here. So you know what, just put yourself out there and let people see what you're doing, because you always don't know who is watching, and the more you put yourself out there, the more opportunities you actually open for yourself. So record yourself, record your projects, show up, do everything, and then at the end of the day you'll actually get help. I'm on LinkedIn. You guys can follow me, Caleb Jephunneh, and then you guys, if you have questions, you can actually ask there. And if also you have questions, you can actually also ask the team. Thank you guys for your time. I'm super grateful for the opportunity to have your ears. Thank you. Back to you.
yeah. Thank you so much, Caleb, as well, for sparing your time to share the insights. And thank you, everyone else, for joining the session. Yeah, you can find Caleb on LinkedIn as Caleb Jephunneh. And all is very active on X as well. So you could find him there as well. He has a lot of insights there. Um,
I'll just like
yes,
drop my email, LinkedIn, and X here.
yeah, sure. Um, yeah, so I would want, for those who are interested, there's a fun quiz that I'm sharing in the chat. But as you've seen, time is already up. But yeah, I think that's the end of the session. We'll be having more sessions. Make sure that you join the community. Make sure that you are a part of this, because we want to be the launch pad for successful ventures. We want people to refine their ideas, solve real problems. And as Caleb has said, you want to understand the problem first before you actually build something. Um, yeah, so there is the link to the fun quiz. So for those who would want to be a part of it, actually there's a prize for the first winner. I'll be providing for the winner, I'll be providing access to Data Camp Pro plan, where you learn for um for 2 weeks, access to Data Camp Pro plan, where you learn the courses. So the first place gets that one. Yeah, so anyone that would want to participate, the link is there. For those who want to leave, you are free to leave, but we could have the fun quiz. I don't know, Caleb, if you've shared your 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 links.
Okay, I've tried sharing, but there seem to be a problem. I've sent it in the private chat. You can actually just take it to the
Okay, let me do
Gmail.
that. Yeah, so this is where you'll find Caleb in LinkedIn. It's Caleb Jephunneh, X code for Jeff, email. There it is. So feel free to reach out to him. He is, as you've seen, a really good guy, and he doesn't hold back anything. He says it as it is. Um, yeah, and thank you everyone for joining in, the questions, the feedback, and being so active in the chat. We're planning. This is actually our first live stream. It's been amazing. Thank you very much, everyone. Um, yeah, let me see if the participants joining the session. Okay, but yeah, I think we'll end it there. Bye bye, everyone, and see you in the next one.
Bye, everyone.